started. Bye.
Hey guys, this is my first Xenoverse 2 build guide, and it focuses on the male Majin. So, back in Xenoverse 1, DbzSim had a monster male Majin tank build that used like Power Pole and a Drain Z Soul, and it was really dope. And I kinda wanted to bring that sort of brawler back into Xenoverse 2. However, a lot of the tools that he had in the first game are gone now. But I ended up coming up with a pretty effective build that is mostly basic attack oriented like his was. So let's get to it. So first off, the Super Soul I use is the Ultimate Power is Mine. It's a Piccolo Super Soul that grants 10% increase to all attacks, and you get it by combining Your Death is Imminent, the Piccolo Soul from Parallel Quest 5, and I Must Protect a Grand Elder Guru, the Nail Soul from the item shop. Next up is the QQ Bang. Any of these QQ Bangs will work, and all of these QQ Bangs come from mixing the Oob Feet and the Oob Hands with Senzu Bean Sprout, or by mixing the Dabura Boots and the Sayuki Shirt with a Senzu Bean Sprout. There is an annotation next to each of these QQ Bangs showing how many additional points you need to equalize a negative stat, with the exception of Strike Supers, because we don't really care about that. Here we have my current stats. They are 125 in health, 17 in ki to make up for the negative QQ Bang, 123 in stamina, since I'm only level 83 right now, and 76 in basic attack to reach the soft cap. Depending on the QQ Bang you use, you'll want to move these around as you see fit, but keep in mind a plus 5 stamina QQ Bang and 125 points in stamina will grant you an additional 5 stamina bars. So be careful not to remove from this stat unless you do it in multiples of 42 at a time. The moveset I use here is fairly straightforward. The supers I use are All Clear, Kaioken Kamehameha, Change the Future, and Rise to Action. My ultimates are Super Kamehameha and ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha. Transformation is Potential Unleashed, and Evasive is Hyper Movement. So, fairly straightforward stuff. The bread and butter combos for this build are Light String into Kaioken Kamehameha, or Dashing Light, followed by a Heavy String into Kaioken Kamehameha. Both of these combos trigger heavy knockdown status and allow you to get the full move off doing a fair amount of damage. A unique thing about male Majins is their back hit. It's very fast and lets you safely cancel out of cinematic effects most of the time, as you can see in the clip below. ×4 Kaioken Kamehameha. This move is horrible if you don't charge it to level 2. It hits less than the super move, Kaioken Kamehameha. However, it comes out fast and it's really stylish, and I like it. I generally only use it to finish people off, but if you want to switch it, it makes sense too. It's not the most useful move in the game. Super Kamehameha, on the other hand, is your main damage ultimate. It hits really hard, but has a long windup. It's mostly used after getting a heavy knockdown on a low stamina enemy, or to finish off a stamina break combo. All Clear is great for creating distance when you want to control the ground and benefit from stamina regen. You can play this build in a very defensive style, and just wait for your opponent to come to you. And when they do, you can fling them away. Also, it still hits for 2,000 damage, even with a -5 strike super bang and 0 points in strike. And on top of that, you can use it while blocking, of course. Change the Future is a really stylish counter move. I like to bring it. It's great for defensive play. And I always bring one counter move. If you want, Godbreaker or Burst Rush can be swapped in here. Also, Dodoria Headbutt and Senko Ki Blast are really fun substitutes to play around with. As for Hyper Movement, everyone already knows what this is. It's great. Good for when you get caught out in an ultimate, and yeah. An important aspect of male Majin play is stamina management. When you are above 2 bars of stamina, you take 25% less damage. But when you're below 2 staminas, or when you're stamina broken, you take double damage. So you really need to be careful, otherwise things like this happen. That's pretty much it. You don't have any flashy combos, you just play safe till you have a stamina advantage, then rely on your bread and butter combos to build consistent damage on the opponent. Control the ground as best as possible using just guards, all clear, counters, and maintain your advantage. Which means don't stamina break unless it's for a kill. I'll include a link to SSJ Apom's Majin Stamina Break Guide if you need it. It's very helpful if you're just starting out in the Majin class, and he has a ton of other fantastic videos about Xenoverse 2. And yeah, it's not the prettiest way to play, but it certainly gets the job done, and I'll leave you with that. The rest is just clips of the build in action. So, let me know what you think, or not. See you.
the genie is a dark and evil soul, with a heart as black as cells, but crack and destruction as his goal. Popo, the genie, has a thing for LSD, and each time he trips, his darkness slips into all the children's dreams. There must have been some evil in the inky void of space, for it took on form and substance and a terrifying face. Popo, the genie, was alive, well, maybe, for he sometimes said I might be undead with a dark, sadistic glee.
I know you're singing about me, maggots.
I don't think I like this song, Dad. No one does, Gohan. He lives on Kami's lookout and surveys the world below. He'd destroy us, but his soul is soothed by the pot plants that he grows. Popo, the genie, is an affront to God's plan, and when we're both gone, he will still live on in the fearful heart of man. Now do you understand?
I think so. We're all living on borrowed time, aren't we, Dad?
We always were, Gohan.
Oh, God.
We always were.
It's just touch a penis. It's just a penis touch.
You're not getting away. Why are you stopping me?
First rule of Popo's training.
What?
First rule of Popo's training.
Bye.